This trail is amazing. You know, even if you don't do a cold exposure kind of thing, everyone needs to be out in nature at some point in their life.
Absolutely.
The sound of the water is, for me personally, it's primal.
Yeah.
There's something inside that roars, that comes alive, that I can't even describe, that I can't even create unless I'm here, listening to the sound, seeing the green vegetation. Even though it's the beginning of December, this just the element of being outdoors is healing.
Absolutely.
It's invigorating. We are just under a mile into this. We're gonna do a light stretch, light breath routine, and it's off with the clothes. Temperature's just over 40. But that's steadily going to decline because the top of Mount LaConte is supposed to be roughly about 30. So here we go.
I've learned that facing my most terrifying fear led me to realizing I wasn't afraid at all. I just didn't know how much love I had to give myself. I've learned that facing my fear uncovered fears under the fear. The fear of dying alone, living a meaningless life, dying and it's lights out. And ultimately, my worst fear, that I'll die with regret, wishing I'd lived the life I felt called to live from the beginning, and being greeted by the one and every other spirit I've ever encountered along my journey, saying, "Damn it, we counted on you." I've learned that letting go of expectations and practicing gratitude are keys to being at peace with where you are in life. And so I'm learning to trust the process. I've learned that going back to the basics of sleeping well and exercising and reaching out to people you can trust is often the first step in finding peace and healing. And only then do answers come.
Say that again.
It's so beautiful walking along this trail, looking down at your feet and seeing water running along the trail, climbing this ascent, challenging our breath, our bodies. It's not quite as cool as we hoped it to be, but it's a great day, and God is here.
Amen.
I've learned that creating a balanced schedule and finding various forms of healthy relaxation is the key to prioritizing stress management so that I can be in a better place to live life on life's terms. I've learned that sometimes your desires come true when you stop trying so hard to make them happen. Answers come when you stop forcing them, because the natural flow of life has an energy of its own. I've learned that God, universe, flow of life, creator, spirit, however or whatever you want to call the obvious energy above our conscious understanding, is for us, not against us. But we are often in the way. I've learned my mantra number one I'm learning to listen to myself. I've learned that feeling alone is an imprint from experiences of hurts and harms from the past, but we are never alone, only distant from those we are truly meant to be connected with in this life. I've learned my mantra number 2, move at the pace of guidance. I've learned that forgiveness is not for anyone. It's for only one. And that is me, or you. Reconciliation can come when the other party puts in his or her work into learning and healing as well. I've learned that making peace with the past allows the present to be embraced and the future to be freed. I've learned that safety and security are pillars of creativity and connection. I've learned Ubuntu, that people become people because of people. So choose your people wisely. Unless you let go of those who do not respect you, who don't support your dreams, who hold you back, who silence your story and your wisdom, you will always end up attracting and allowing toxic people into your life. I've learned that sometimes their journey is not your journey, and the result is they'll never understand. I've learned that you must prioritize your well-being. Your relationship with yourself is the most important one. It's like being on an airplane. Put your mask on first. I've learned that what people think of you is 1, none of your business, and 2, not as effective as what you think of yourself when it comes to living your best life. I've learned that there is truly a season for everything, and time truly does heal all seasons. I've learned that no one is responsible for your happiness. Your happiness is your personal responsibility. I've learned don't compare yourself to others. Their journey and your journey are not the same journey, and you have no idea how their journey is manifesting someone else's future. I've learned that when you invest in yourself, the profits gained pay dividends that spread into people that also want to invest in you. I've learned that learning how to truly love and respect yourself requires time spent alone, unattached, and uncertain, while focusing on what it is that you truly want in your life. I've learned that carrying the weight of unpleasant memories, unhelpful belief patterns, and unhealthy habits is like sailing in the vast ocean, facing the most beautiful sunrise, with the wind to your back, but being anchored to a mountain of guilt, doubt, anger, discouragement, and despair. I've learned that flowers grow on the pathway to hell. The choice is yours to let them lure you into its depths, or follow the glimmers and scents of beauty back home to where you belong. I've learned that my best may never be my 100%, but my 100% is always my best. I've learned that success is relative, and no one determines that relativity but you. I've learned that life doesn't get easier, but I'm getting better at doing hard things. That while insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, in order to live like I've never lived, I have to start living like I've never lived. I've learned that beyond all of the confusion and internal chatter, When you create a pause in life, you find the clarity to make the right choices. I've learned the value of knowing that those who say they can and those who say they can't are 100% correct. And today, I can say I will never underestimate myself again. I've learned that you cannot live a fulfilling life if you let your past control you. But we are made for so much more. I've learned that we all have an inner strength that lets us know just how strong we are when we have to be that strong. I've learned that we often overestimate what we can do in a day or week and underestimate what we can do in a year. And I personally have learned that I am worthy of experiencing a fulfilling life, to love and be loved the way I am created, to be freely me. And so it is with you.